Morning, morning. What's good? What's good? What's good? Not gonna be too long, but you know who it is, man. Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tune in to Sev Lokes Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love, man. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Before I start the video, I am no way means promoting gang life. I gotta say that. I am not promoting gang life. I'm just telling a testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro, and just a testimony all the way around. So um, let's get to the video. This video comes from the comment section, and I think it's mandatory that I do it because it was requested from Mama Bear. If you guys tuned in to, the interview with my mom's, a great interview. Big shout out to Mama Bear. What up? Damn, can't troll you on this video for your mom. You could do whatever, man. She going you might troll. Mama might come in with that young swing. Boom, 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 boom. Um, she asked me about this video, and I think it's mandatory because I'm so quick to, do videos from other people. Like anybody asks any kind type of question, recommend a video. Um, you know, I'm fast to do it. Because it's all about giving back to the people that show the channel love and support. So Mama Bear, she asked me about, the trials and tribulations it takes for an individual that been politicking his whole life and gangbanging his whole life to get to a point that he's more embedded in his faith and doing good, for himself and his family, and walking that aspect with faith. I always been a man of faith, bro. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything, and I truly believe that. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. That's why you have so many people in the world that just, they're lost. A lot of people, you see our society today, bro, it's crazy. Everybody's doing whatever they want. You got people, acting like full-grown animals, furries, and doing this and that. And it's like it's just Babylon out here, homie. It's crazy if you really look at it. Like, don't just look at it with blinders on. Look at the spectrum of what's really going on. So she asked me this. Now let me put this out there and let me put this in perspective. I've always been an individual that had faith since I was young. The only thing real to stand for is God. Amen to that. Real talk. That's that. Like, if you don't stand for that aspect, you will run yourself to a grave, and you will be in this world with your head cut off, and you won't even know what direction to take, because out here it's all about, you see it, bro. Everybody gets off of toxicness and just the most outlandish and ludicrous things in this world, bro. And there is no more morals and values on anything, and it's because they took a lot of that aspect of God out of everything. They took it out of everything, and this is what you get. To be honest, it talks about it in the Bible. But I've always been an individual of faith. One big reason is because my mom installed that when we were younger. She's always kept us in church. She's always, tried to direct us in a direction that we would be prosperous. My thing was, I was too embedded in what I was doing. I was too embedded in politics, and to be honest, but I always had a connection that there was something higher than me that created me, and I always had that connection. I used to go to church, homie, and I would be pissed down at church, blue ragged up. That was just me. I'll leave the church and go back to politicking. I always heard the good word. But I was too stuck in my ways, bro. There was too much going on, bro, where, you would hear it and it would, resonate with you. But you seen too much destruction in the world and what was going on around you that, that would overtake the reality in what you just got fed in church. You can't blame me because everything in my life was war and toxicness. At the earliest age, bro, I can remember being a young boy, homie, and taking on the domino effect of older cousins' beefs, bro, where you had grown men that potentially would try to take a youngster's life. And I didn't even know why a fool would try to take my life at that time. But that comes with the rules of the game. That comes with your surroundings. Got to a point where I had hatred for anybody that wasn't a part of the organization, bro. If you wasn't from the hood, you wasn't no good. I got to a point where I had a hatred for fools from the other side of Denver. I just didn't like them fools because what they stood for. I didn't like anything about them. I didn't like what they stood for. I didn't like the color that they liked. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying, anything about their get downs, how they pronounce their words, homie. Because you wasn't from that east side. You wasn't from that east up. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have love for it, bro. I had a hatred for every individual that was from that side, homie. When not even knowing these individuals, bro. I didn't even know these individuals. It just comes with the territory. You know, different things remind you of different things that you have conflicts with, and you start hating. I had a hatred towards my own family members, bro. Hey, what up? What up, Rye? What's good with you, Mile High Salute? I had a hatred towards my own family members that were from the neighborhood that didn't understand what my politics was all about. And I got relatives from everywhere in the city, bro. West side, east side, north side, south side. I got relatives from all sides of Denver Metro. And I didn't even like my own family members. I have uncles that are my dad's brothers from the other side, and I didn't even like them fools for what they stood for, homie. I was willing to put their life in danger for what they stood for because of politic and the program that I was taught when I was young. You got to understand too, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting off a track. I'm just trying to, give you some backstory to what's all taking place in my life. It got to a point where I couldn't even go to family reunions because of the simple fact is, bro, you never know who was going to show up. And I know on my side, I wasn't going to let too much pass, bro, because of the hatred that I had in my heart, homie. So we would have set it off at family reunions, bro. There was no dapping up these fools, and it comes with the territory. That's just what it brings. And it's a true statement, homie. The spiritual aspect, bro, the devil comes to rob, kill, and destroy, homie. Take your joy. Put hatred. We're not built with hatred, homie. We're not born with hatred, bro. We learn these things. We learn these things. We learn this aspect. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, just something that we're born with, homie. It's something that you learn over time. It becomes a program. So I went to the penitentiary, but it was wild, homie, because I'm going to tell you the truth. When I was fighting an attempted murder case, homie, and I was looking at a lot of time, I'm not even going to lie, homie. I cried out to God, bruh, because I always remember God would have my back and he would never leave me or forsake me. My mom installed that in me. You know what I'm saying? And I cried out to God, homie, many times when I was fighting my case. I'm not going to act like I'm the toughest individual, but when you're 18 and you're fighting something like that, homie, your life is on the line with some these higher up white folks that don't give a care about you, and they want to see a person perish, you going to cry out to God, homie. Any man would. Even people that don't believe. That's why you got atheists and all these fools. Basically, when stuff happens, they cry out, say, if there's a God, please, 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 God, if there's a real God, if I don't believe in you, but if there's a real God out there, please heal my people of health problems. You know, that's why a lot of that logic is kind of, it's kind of watered down, because when there's stuff that pops off, people call on God, even people that are atheists, homie. You know what I'm saying? So I cried out to God. And you know what's crazy? People say, bro, there's not a real God, or there's not. But God actually, one time I was in my cell, homie, and I was looking out my window. I just had came from talking with my lawyer, and they told me straight up. They said, they said, your brother's gonna get lesser time than you. You're the adult. You're the adult. You're gonna get grown-up charges. You're going away for your brother's situations because you're over 18. Your brother's 14 years old. So they're gonna stack your charges because you were the adult. They tried to scare tactic me, right? And I go back to my cell, bro, because I thought honestly there was no hope. I'm a gang member. I'm in the gang files. They got my family. They know my family's history. And I told God, bro, if you get me out of this, you know what I'm saying, I'll do everything in my possibility to basically go and do your work. And with a visual, bro, I seen a visual, like a visual of 3 strikes. It was 3 strikes, you're out, homie. I've been shot. My life was spared. I got shot right by my chest, bro. I shouldn't even be here, homie. To be honest, I got shot right where the chest. If it would have entered my chest inches, I would not be talking to you fools, bro. And then this was another indication, bro. Your life is being spared. And you know what's crazy? And when I got that visual in my mind, homie, I literally peace came over me, homie. It was like God was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And somehow, bro, I get another chance at life, bro. They didn't give me a life sentence. He spared my life again, homie, right? Um, I went into the penitentiary, and you know what first thing I did in the penitentiary, I forgot about all that, bro. I forgot about what he did for me. I went in there, started politicking right away. I went in there and embedded politics into other individuals. I started bringing foods to the neighborhood. I started doing the most with the turf. I started making little homies under me. And I had it in my mind that we were going to start taking over the Denver Metro with the politics. I started creating a whole new chapter to the hood. That comes with a lot of craziness, bro. How get out? Let me see. Holiday, bring family. Yeah, bring family, man. You know, story about your family. And I started creating, bro. Like I started getting in my mind, we're about to start putting on a lot of little fools. Just create a whole new chapter, homie. It was wild because even in the penitentiary, even with going through that, homie, I still stuck firm to my beliefs. I still was reading because I knew that there was something bigger than that. And I was still reading out of my word. I met some good ass individuals that were brothers in Christ, right? I met this one fool when I was fighting my case. I met this one individual because when I went into the county, they put me in a max pod with all fools that were fighting life sentences, homie. They were fighting capital murders. I'm 18, and none of these fools were getting out. I met this fool. Shout out to Vincent Ortiz, homie. He got a capital murder for basically shooting a couple individuals. He's already got stretched on this. He's already got found guilty, and they were trying to give that fool the death penalty. This dude threw his life away because he started dibbling and dabbling in Wicca. And I asked that fool, what took you down that road? He said he wanted dominion in a kingdom in hell, bro. He straight told me this, and it gave me goosebumps, bro. It gave me goosebumps. And he ran this Bible study, bro. And he was one of the more like I was impressioned by him because of the simple fact is, bro, he went from trying to make a kingdom in the spiritual sense, not a good kingdom, to now leading the aspect with bringing brothers to Christ, right? To this day, he's in there, man. He's in Sterling doing a life sentence. But I got into the penitentiary, and there was a couple situations in the pen because in the penitentiary, you're always going to have this. You turn to God in jail, right? I was politicking, even in that aspect, bro. I was a front liner in penitentiary. I've been in, big rumbos on the yard, homie. I've been in an aspect where I've almost caught new charges because I had the blade on me, and my mindset, bro, is that these fools did me dirty. I was actually thinking about sticking the fool, and I would have got more time, bro. I did all kinds of different stuff. And I was reading the Bible a couple different times, homie. And one time I was reading the Bible in the penitentiary, and this one individual was on the top tier, and he's just mugging me, bro. He was pissed. I don't know what religion he was, but he got mad and all aggressive, homie. So I started looking up, like, what's up, bro? What the hell you looking at? Because in the penitentiary, homie, you have to nip stuff in the bud because stuff will domino effect. So he hops up all crazy, bro. And he's this big old fool. Like, I'm little, I'm young, bro. It's just when I got to the pen, he's this big individual, homie. And he's like, why you reading that book? And I stood up like, bro, what is it to you? And then the homie Johnny Young, the homie J-Dog, he's in the shower and he hears it and he comes out and he happened to be right there, bro. And he's like, is he talking to you, homie? And somehow that fool just got scared of the homie. Johnny Young, the homie J-Dog, bro, he comes and has a conversation. He's like, You handled yourself good, but next time take off on him. So I've almost got into big ass fights over my faith, right? I get out of the penitentiary, and this is going to get into the story for Mama Bear real quick because she wanted to know this. She wanted to know the road it's been, because she knows how hard it's been for me, you know what I'm saying, to actually be this individual and be humble and try to do what's right, because I never done what's right. I got out the penitentiary, and like I said, I was fully embedded in the neighborhood, and I started getting it in my mind that we were going to build our own aspect of the neighborhood. um and then what's crazy, bro? The homies started tripping with each other. Oh, let me go back. Let me reverse. There was an incident in the penitentiary where I started fighting with one of my own homies, and I get roller coastered. I get jumped by the homies. I've never experienced that in my life, to get packed out by the homies. You know what I'm saying? Off of one of the other homies. So it started already making me look at stuff a little different. I was old enough to actually, you know what I'm saying, be able to be like, damn, it's not the same, homie. Stuff started being like, it's not the same, homie. It's not what I signed up for. It's not the same situation of when I was growing up, bro. We did it for family, and now you got to worry about the homies. I started having a hella bad taste for different things, but at the same time, I can't let it go because it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's me. That's one thing I told myself. I would never let politicking go because it's me, homie. I'm good at what I do, and this is what it is. I will always be this. I got out and I started forming, but coming back to that aspect and that comment, the homies started tripping with each other, bro. To a point, there was in-house beefs to a point, bro. I'm thinking to myself like, dang, homie, fools are really at an aspect of really trying to hurt each other, and we're close. It's not no people we just met. These are family members. And the fools are really at each other's necks talking about, putting harm to each other. And these are family members, bro. I'm thinking to myself, I don't even have to worry about the opposition now. I got to worry about people that are closest. Started looking at stuff totally different. I think in the process, God was opening my eyes to a lot of different things, homie. So long story short, after we start getting into with our own people, stuff really kicks off, right? My baby bro, and I'm asking, in my mind, I always talk and I say, God, what is all this for, homie? Why is stuff so complicated? Why does stuff gotta be like this, homie? Because I just don't understand it. Why is fools tripping? When we have opposition out here, we rather trip off of our own. We got so many enemies, bro. It's us against the world. We got so many people we conflict with. I say, bro, what is going on, homie? It's getting out of control. What up, Lucky Loco? What's good with you, bro? So let's go further down the road. My baby bro, homie, um, he gets caught slipping one night. This fool gets jumped. Right after that, right after he gets jumped, homie, we actually got the drop at where these fools' location was. I told my wife, Lady Sev, I told her straight up, I said, hey, babe, I know you ain't gonna want to hear this shit, but I'm probably going back to the penitentiary. So you need to figure out what you're gonna do, because there's a potential chance I'm gonna get caught up for some crazy shit, bro. And I told her straight up, I don't care how you feel. I don't care what the reasoning, what the aspect is. Like, you're gonna have to just deal with this. I already have my mindset on pretty much I have my mindset on going back to the penitentiary. And when you're in that mind state, you don't no matter what nobody tells you, homie, you're gonna do what you feel is, the right action. You're gonna do what you feel is right as a man. They jumped my baby bro. There's blood on now. They gonna have to have blood on the hands, bro, and they gonna have to deal with the situation is. I had it in my mind. It's crazy that in that same week, I had that surgery, right? To get my deviated septum surgery. And I was going to skip out on that because I was actually about to put in work on that situation. And my wife said, you have surgery, right? My wife was already done. When I told her that I'm going back to the penitentiary, she was already gonna, she said, I'm done with this. Something told her to just chill out and just relax. He was gonna take care of it. I told myself I was gonna go to the surgery, but some reason when I had the surgery that morning, I end up going to the surgery. This is all in the same week. I get out that surgery and I'm recouping and I'm recovering and my health starts going bad. My health goes bad, bro, like to a point they couldn't even they couldn't diagnose what was wrong with me, bro. I started losing weight. I started being sick. That turned into insomnia. I'm talking about I never dealt with insomnia. I was staying up for like 2 days at a time, bro, couldn't sleep and nobody knew what it was, bro. I honestly thought, what up, Blue Loc? What's good with you? I honestly thought I was going to die off these health problems. Now, when I tell you this, and this is just it's crazy because I could remember seeing this stuff so like it's a visual in my mind that will always be embedded. When you stay up for a long period of time, and I know people will make it, they'd be like, you were smoking meth or something, bro. I had these health problems that I never experienced. And I'll tell you, when you have health problems, everything else is just nothing is as scary as health problems. I mean, when they can't diagnose, bro, you're going to specialists, you're going to ENT doctors, you're going to doctors that are supposed to tell you what's wrong with you, bro. And they can't tell you. They just say it's anxiety. They say your body's still healing. And my stomach was so messed up, bro. I was throwing up. I lost so much weight. I lost like 50 pounds in 90 days, people. And it caused me to not be able to sleep. And it was hella of a dramatic aspect in my life. I wrote a letter, and I'm opening it up, bro, to the viewers, bro. Don't judge me, but I wrote a letter to my people and told them, I love you guys. If I end up passing away because of these health problems, just know I love you. So it was a going away. This is how serious it was. It was a going away letter to my wife, my mom. That's how serious it got, bro. And I dropped the letter one time, and what these neighbors, these young girls, they found my letter outside, bro. They went door to door because they were so scared. They thought it was a suicide letter. They go door to door, like, do you know Cisneros? And I said, yeah, like, let me see. What are you talking about? They're like, we found this letter. We just want to make sure that Cisneros is okay. I said, and I said, damn, homie. I said, I know Cisneros. I was playing it off. Got the letter, and my wife was right there, and she read it, and she just started crying, bro. She started crying because it sounded like a suicide letter, to be honest. So it's crazy, bro. I stayed awake, right? And I'm gonna tell you, when I stayed awake, I'm not fabricating, bro. I started seeing the spiritual aspect, bro. I started seeing stuff like the I don't know, I can't even explain it, bro, but I started seeing shadow people. I started seeing the spiritual aspect. I started seeing the spiritual aspect, bro. I seen stuff manifest. I mean, I don't know if it was a lack of sleep, but you like to this day, bro, you can't tell me like what I seen is wasn't there, homie. It was wild. Well, anyways, in that time frame, bro, I actually resubmitted myself to God. I resubmitted because I was like, you know, I know the situation, bro, and I asked God to actually heal me. Then one day, bro, my wife has an appointment with her um, primary care doctor. You know what I'm saying? Primary care doctor, and I'm going through this situation. It ain't even my appointment, and pretty much, bro, I go in there and my her primary care doctor is my primary care doctor, and she says, how are you doing? I said, I'm not doing too good. Like they nobody knows what's going on with me. And she says, have you been ever tested for H pylori? After I resubmitted myself and I said, God, forgive me of my sins, like I know whatever is going to happen is purpose. I go into her appointment and she says, have you ever been tested for this? And I said, I don't even know what H. pylori is. She said, we're going to test you today. They tested me, and sure enough, I was 100% positive for H. pylori. And what H. pylori is a virus in your stomach and it starts eating your nutrients. It gives you ulcers, it gives you cancer. I had this in my stomach, bro. And I remember, if you recall, people that were around, I was on YouTube. I had this YouTube channel. I took a whole like almost 90 days off of YouTube because I was fighting this. Nobody ever even knew that. I was fighting the virus. When I came back, everybody was like, dang, bro, you lost a gang of weight. I just said, I've been working out, but I lost a gang of weight. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, are you okay? Well, anyways, that's not even the end of the story, people. After that, I forget about what he did for me at that moment. I jumped back in the streets because I'm feeling good, and a couple homies got out the penitentiary. A couple homies that have been gone for a long time got out the penitentiary. So we started forming again. I went back to the hood. Didn't care about what God did for me, right? Went back to the hood and started putting little fools on. We started getting hella deep out here to the point we thought we were immortal. That brings a lot of powerful testimony I can relate. If it wasn't for God and family support, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, he's the only way, bro. He's the only way, man. He'll get you through some stuff, to be honest. Not a lot of people, they don't like to talk about these topics, but so it started getting out of control. It started getting like super crazy. And stuff started occurring on a daily basis, bro. We started beefing with a lot of individuals. We started beefing with everybody in the neighborhood that we were living in. And my little homie gets shot. My homie Baby Sev, he gets shot. Back and forth. Crazy issues, bro. I thought to myself at one time, I told myself, damn, homie, I'm not gonna make it out of this year. It got so bad, bro. I told myself I'm either gonna catch a case that's gonna send me away for a life sentence, or I'm gonna end up dead, because that's how bad it was getting, bro. I'm thinking to myself, like, this is gonna be the year that, it happens, bro. It's gonna be, I'm not gonna make it out this year. This summer is like super, it's hella active with us. And I get a phone call one day. I get off of work, and it's Aurora Police Department, and they said, you need to sit down. And they say, hey, we're trying to figure out if you can recognize these tattoos, bro. They start mentioning my brother's tattoos, and when you start hearing the cops say we're trying to identify somebody by their tattoos, you automatically think the dude's dead. They started identifying my baby bro's tattoos. This is my baby bro. This is my flesh and blood. I raised this little fool, and pretty much they started identifying his tattoos. I thought he was dead. They said, your brother's over here in Aurora at the hospital on life support. He's not breathing on his own. They shot him in his face, shot him 4 times, 2 times in the stomach. And when he got shot, he absorbed so much blood into his lungs. So he's fighting for his life. They didn't even know if he was going to come out. And they said that he had a potential chance to be a vegetable. This is my baby bro. My baby bro is the type of individual that get out there, network, go to the club, bottle service. He's just an alpha type individual. My mind is racing, bro, and I break down. And I just remember the feeling I felt knowing my brother was fighting for his life on life support. It made me sick to my stomach, because of the simple fact is, it's like, I know I have homies that died. I got relatives that died, but when it hits like close to the heart, and it's in your immediate circle, and this is your real family, your brother, and he's fighting for his life, it hits a little different, man. Went to the hospital, and my baby bro's on that life support, bro, lifeless. He's not even alive, really. The life support's keeping him alive. And to watch him, they're saying they don't even know if he's going to be normal. If he comes out of this, he might be a vegetable, bro. It broke me. I stayed by that fool's side his whole time being on that life support. He came out of the coma, and to see baby bro, and I know this is gonna be crazy, not being able seeing that fool, use the restroom on himself, bro, slurring. He had Drew coming down his mouth because he didn't have no strength in his swallowing, bro. To see him looking at you and just like because he came out of the coma, he looking at you and he don't even understand what you're saying, bro. It's such a it takes a wear and tear because like that's not baby bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of hatred, and I told my wife again, bro, like she already knew what was on my mind. So after baby bro actually survives the situation, he comes out of it. He still got to get surgeries, and he has a list to this day. I get a phone call from my other homie. He's crying, and this fool says, "Hey, bro, I need to talk to you." I said, "What, fool?" He said, "I need to talk to you in person." I said, "Pull up to my spot right now, homie." He comes on, he don't, and it's the other homie and him. It's one of the baby homies and him, and he comes over and he says that somebody confessed in the immediate circle. And when I heard this, homie, I just didn't even know how to react because they said it was one of our own that did it, bro. And that point, I just couldn't even believe what I was hearing, bro, because you expect it from other people from different aspects in different neighborhoods, but you never expect it being in your immediate circle. Um, my wife, she kept me in prayer because she already knew my mindset, bro. And it's wild, homie. One big reason this is the crazy aspect is other individuals that knew about it, they decided to, you know what I'm saying? They decided to befriend the individual, bro. And you know, see, I'm distraught thinking about it right now. But let me try to get through this aspect. People sat on their hands, homie, and it was just such a disrespect towards the family and the chiefs of the foods that created shit, bro. And I had to kind of separate myself. But in that and saying that, there's reasonings why stuff happens, bro. And I had to really think about that aspect to separate myself because if you can't trust the people that are around you and you can't trust your loved ones, the ones that say they're a part of what you do, you can't trust nobody, bro. And I had to separate myself, homie. And I think, it was a aspect that God had to put in my life to get me to where I'm now. Um, and it's been a crazy road, man. But I've been since I've separated a lot from myself, I've been able to be productive, been able to be successful. Um, don't have the stresses no more. I'm living a good life. I'm living good now, bro. And I had to let a lot of stuff go out of my life. And I enjoy conversations with people in here and different people that I come across. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I was making a video and I was thinking when I was younger and I was embedded in these politics, there's majority a lot of people in here, and I don't want people to take this wrong. I want to interact with majority of individuals on YouTube because I felt like fools are civilians. They'll never ever understand a person like me. They'll never understand. And I used to be very selective of who I would chop it up with, but I opened my heart up and I've interacted with a lot of individuals that are hella cool, bro. That's gave me more of motivation in my life to do stuff right and be successful. I appreciate that shit. Um, and it's cool, man. It's definitely been an experience, man. One thing I said before is that YouTube's always been in a situation to take me away from different aspects of my life. So it's been a cool aspect in the journey, man. Um, what up with everybody? Sorry I haven't got to questions. I just definitely wanted to give that. I wanted to do a recommended video for mom. So big shout out to mom, man. Yeah. And that's been the storm is the mental situation because even going down this path, Savage Sev deals with a lot of mental aspect that people don't see. I got PTSD off of war because everybody in my family's been shot. I've been shot twice. I got PTSD, bro. I go out in society and I automatically think everybody's out to get me. Even living a productive life, I always think people are out to get me. So I'm always sizing people up. The mental aspect, the mental gymnastics of trying to get over there. I'm initially, and it's embedded in me be a writer, bro. So I don't take disrespect very well. It's hard for me to take stuff disrespectfully well. Um, but sometimes you have to, like out here, I've learned you have to choose and pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yes, it's crazy. That's why, like, to the youngsters, man, to the youngsters that listen to this shit, there's nothing cool about gang banging, bro. There's nothing cool about gang banging, homie. There's nothing cool. It will leave you high and dry. It will leave you gang banging. It leaves people in a predicament, bro, that a grown man is can't even do regular stuff that other people in society can do. My situation, I can't even get a good job because of gang banging. I have to settle for these fucking terrible ass jobs with temporary services, and because people automatically, they will always judge off of the background. It doesn't matter how long I've been out the penitentiary. Um, they will always judge off of my background. They don't see the person that's at hand. They don't see the hard worker. They will always say, "Hey, man, it don't matter how long ago it happened. You will always have this over your head, and we are not trying to deal with your type." And then another thing is too is they can use me, and then they can say, "Hey, we don't need you." You don't want them problems, youngsters. You don't want them situations. You don't want to be not be able to get in an apartment or a house because your background. It's cool to be a gangster, but when you start dibbling and dabbling in what a gangster is, you don't want them problems. You don't want to have this demeanor where fools be like, "Dang, you aggressive, homie. Why do you gotta be so aggressive, savage?" And then I'm like, "Bro, it's just the norm. That's just me." People always say, "You walk in society aggressive as hell. Why don't you just chill out?" It's programmed. I don't even want to walk like that. I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to be like that, but it's programmed because I've done it for so long. Trying to get away from that shit is the real storm. Gangbanging's easy. It's easy to get out there and act cool and, tote pistols and kick up dust. That's the easy part. But when you're dealing with the domino effect from that later down the road, when you're really trying to be successful, that's not the fun part. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that will always get to me. And one more thing. Another thing that's messed up is the people that you think are the closest will be the individuals that do you the most harm. Will be the individuals that backstab you. Will be the individuals that will turn their back on you in 5.2 seconds if later down the road they don't agree. You can have all the respect in the world. You can have kicked up dust. You can have laid fools down. You could have went to the penitentiary and took penitentiary risk. You could have put your life on the line, took bullets for the hood. You could be the main individual that kept the hood afloat, kept the flame lit for the hood. But as soon as you're not doing what other people are still doing because you want to get your life together, they're going to try to diminish that. They don't care about what you did in the past. It's all about what you can do now. And that's the mess part of that. That's the messed up aspect is that OGs that set the tone, they get asked out in the end. You see all the OGs dying, bro. You see all the OGs have to still put they self out there to go catch another case and go back to the yard for a life sentence. It's wild, It's wild. So yeah, that's just a little rough draft to Mama Bear. Shout out to Mama Bear. Thank you for keeping me in prayer, Mama Bear. All high salute. Let's get to some of these comments. You know what I'm saying? Um, what up, Miss Me? What up, Bucks? What up, Blue Loke? What up, Jordan? Kiki Love, what's good with you? Big Ride, LA Original. Um, that's the thing that hurts the most about betrayal. It comes from someone you thought you could trust. Yeah, it's real deal, man. And in gang life, it's 10 times worse because every man for himself. You see, fools will kill their own brothers in the gang life. What up, TA? What's good with you, bro? Um, my own my own homie. Let me see real quick. My own homie. Let me see. Damn, what the hell? Powerful testimony. I can relate. If it wasn't for God family, yeah, that's true. God, man, God is just it's a beautiful source, man. If you guys ever, I know a lot, I know it's hard to see God at in this society now, but if you ever tap in, man, just let him, he'll do a powerful work in your life if you let him. Lack of sleep causes all types of issues. It affects the brain waves. I can't explain. I needed to be sedated because I just couldn't sleep. Yeah, and that's one of the most difficult aspects me I went through. I've been through wars, and I seen a lot of people in my family die, and drug addicts and this and that, bro. But not being able to sleep, that was like one of the biggest storms I ever went through. Um, Beautiful individual. Yeah, my own homie tried to smoke me when I was with my fam. I'm glad your bro survived the grimy. Yeah, bro, it opened my eyes to like I always thought you could trust everybody, bro. And that just me being a passionate individual and loving my homies. In the end, bro, I had to worry more about my homies than the ops. I never really even had to worry about the ops. I had to worry about the homies more than the ops. What up? What up? You remind me of my pops. Uh, that's facts. Oh, what's up? What's up? 303. What's good with you, man? Um, Shout out to Lady Sev holding it down for the Savage Bronco. Let's go, man. All high salute to the homie. Man, so much is reminiscent with me, man. The past can come back to bite you. That's not. That's very truthful statement right there, man. Um, yeah, bro, why is this doing this? Oh, hell no. Sorry, people. That's why I started my own business. Hey, we got it. We have to, bro. We have to start our own businesses, man. That's our prerogative. Yeah, prerogative. PTS is no joke. That shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks, to be honest. That's facts. I was an NSM gang member. Literally got me nowhere, homie. I got my kids. That's the thing I live for now, man. Is living for the family, bro. The people that put energy into me. Because my thing is like this is a saying that I always live by. If you ain't gonna go to the best of your ability with stuff, don't even do it. So when I was gang banging, I had to go extra with my gang banging, bro. And it would put me in predicaments because I was the type of individual. If you bring harm to the homies, if you bring harm to me, my family, that's your life, bro. I'm willing to put somebody under from my family, homie. And I don't think I act off of impulse. So I know for me, I'm gonna catch a life sentence, and I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm not a prison individual. I did prison time. I'm not a prison individual. I don't feel like going to spend the rest of my life in prison, to be honest. So I had to make changes because I already know myself. I already know myself, bro. I'm gonna end up going to do the rest of my life behind some individuals that don't really even have love. Because when I'm on the yard, they're not gonna be writing. When I'm doing a life sentence, them fools ain't gonna be sending me canteen money. They gonna forget the Loke. They gonna forget Sev Loke. They gonna forget everything about what Sev Loke did for the neighborhood. It's ridiculous, man. So big shout out to everybody that definitely changed their life up, man. That's a beautiful thing. Um, I'm glad you speaking facts, Loke. Spit the knowledge to these people. Mile high salute, Blue Loke. You know what it is. I have to, my homie. We've been through too much. We've been through too much, my homie. Me and you were even in the trenches together, mommy. You know, and it's always been love to the real riders, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's always been love, and you're always in my heart. Even we had our little situations sometimes, but that's friendly. That's the friendly. That's the friendlies. It's always going to be respect, Blue Loke. You my homie, bro, brother to the end. Not just for our Broncos. Let's go Broncos. Lil Tim, what up? Jay Peasy was cracking with you, bro. Tie-in. If Gino could hold his part, it would be nice. The defense balls. I hear you, Gino. Comer thought, what a weapon. Yeah. Havoc or have an issue. I have, you know what I'm saying? I have thought about maybe turning that into a career. Um, I barely so this is the thing about it. My actions have kept me away from getting a foundation. And now I got a foundation. I live in a good area. I live in a good house. I used to live in a house. I used to live in a surroundings that was just full of toxicness, bro. You remind me of my pops, bro. Reformed gangster, but that shit's still in your soul. I appreciate your videos. Hey, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to the Raider, homie. All high salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the love and support. Um, and when I was living over there, it was like never ever could just tee in on good activities. I always had to be on the edge. I always had to, you know what I'm saying, think about what was going on. When I came to the house, I'd always have to check the block and see who was on the block because where I lived, they frankly just moved everybody in there. They didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was low income. So in Denver and everywhere in the metro, bro, like out here, they'll move your enemies to your spot. So there's been situations at the spot where, fools had to get turned up. I'm finally to a spot in my life where I can actually focus in on what I really want to do. Um, and a career comes with that, a career comes with that, definitely. I don't got to worry about the outside surroundings. I could just focus in, to be honest. Um, Glad you're able to be here to tell your story, bro. Yeah, man, and that one big aspect in the message is a lot to the youngsters, man, because the youngsters are is the next generation. It's the future generation, and they don't really have they don't really have the ounce of people really trying to open their eyes to different things. Everybody's just, you see dads and uncles, bro, putting their young kids into these predicaments and gangs and stuff, bro. And then you have fools like FBP Mo. You got their family embedded them in the gang culture, and I refuse to do that shit for my nephews. I want my nephews to prosper. I want my nephews to be the first football players on that football field. I'm not trying to direct them towards gang politics, but sometimes that just comes with the family. It's generational curses, bro. And that was one of my big things is my family was so embedded in gang culture. It was destiny for us to be gangbangers. I know people say you choose, and you do, because when you get older, you have decision making. But when you're young, bro, it felt like there was no other choice but to gangbang for the family. You know, I was asking about hearing and air conditioning work, bro. I was asking about heating and air conditioning work. Yeah, I mean that's something that I'll be interested in too, bro. I know that I don't know how they do with the background checks, but I heard a lot of Fallons be doing that type of work. Um, feel good not to look over your shoulder. Yeah, it's not looking over your shoulder on a daily basis, man. That's not a comfortable way of living. Most definitely, like you can't go nowhere and just be comfortable. I remember my wife would be like, "Bro, we're at the grocery store, and yo ass can't even put your attention into buying groceries. You're looking at everybody coming through the door, you know, and it never gets normal. Like it's just that shit's a headache, homie. That shit's very much of a headache. Um, but yeah, Mama Bear, love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay on here for a couple more minutes. I just had to do the little video for moms. Um, Big shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Thank you for guys for listening to the story. You know, thank you for tapping in, man. I love to hear the input from everybody, man. I see a lot of individuals on here, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? All the riders, but big shout out to everybody. Mile high salute. And don't even trip, man. I just I like the clarity, bruh. You know what it is. Hey, I'm gonna actually tap out, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Um, you know, we got a show Wednesday. Okay, cuz who ride? We got a show with him. You guys pull up to that, man. Come tap in. We get active over there. Um, stay up, be safe. See you. Okay, cuz on Wednesday. You know what it is, man. Mall High salute. I'm out.